believe. You know, whatever's you're into. I believe what I'm into. I believe I can keep a blue star passion flower alive in my house. I have evidence. This is a blue star passion flower, and it has buds on it. I was just moving it off my tree because I don't want it to attach to my tree. So maybe next video I can get the flowers. But what I wanted to show, this one has to live in the house. The blue star can't live outside in Michigan. This is the propagation that I took off the blue star at the beginning of the season. She's got a nice trail going. It's in a clear container, and I do not see a lot of roots. I mean, I see some, but it's not ready to be up potted yet. I don't want the wind knocking it off. So anyway, eventually it'll be up potted. So I propagated this blue star. I've had it 8 years maybe, getting close. And that's as long, that's the life cycle of this passion flower. Their life cycle is around 8-9 years. So this one's on its last leg. Propagated it because it does well in my house. It's the only one that I can put in my house seasonally over and over again, and it's still alive. So we're keeping it in the family. This is Garden Extra, and I'm Robin. We've been working on a downstairs apartment, and it's going to be in this video. My gardens are overgrown because our time and energy have been spent cleaning apartments and fixing and replacing. And if you've been with us, you know our kids have been here on the property off and on for 14 years. They bought a house in Virginia. The move was tough. And this apartment's rented. The guy is super happy to be here. We like him. Anyway, I'm going to show the apartment. The apartment is finished. So, you know, that's at the end. You can skip ahead if that's all you're into. Never, since we have been here, have we had to do 3 apartments in a row. That apartment is a 1-bedroom, and the inside is done, and it's rented, and she's happy to be here. She's still working out the kinks, but it's being painted. We didn't paint it before we rented it because we didn't have time. So now that the other apartment is finished, we're going to repaint the outside of this one, and I'll show it in a later video. It's going to look good. I'm happy about it. Last year we were building the chicken coop, and that took all summer, and it's still not done. Chicken coop's back there. Still working on it. Ollie was outside for the first time running the yard with the other chickens. I don't know where they went. But it was nice to see Ollie outside. Bella's still hanging around the door on the inside. We tied this elderberry up. We're going to have to tie it again. It's still cupping and lean. Here we can see here that it's overgrown. I worked on it a little bit. I just don't have a lot of time to work on it. I'm not going to trim it. Strawberry hydrangeas are blooming. It got so big. See if I can guesstimate how big that is. I'm thinking 6 foot by 5 foot. Somewhere in that range. And it's buttoned up against the vine, trumpet vine. Trumpet vine I'll trim back later, but right now I'm not going to, because the white and the orange of the trumpet vine, they go well together. When these turn pink, it doesn't, the colors don't go well with the orange. So that's when I'll cut these back. So we'll ride. But it is, I mean, overgrown to some extent. It's overgrown in a comfortable way. I'm okay with it. I was pretty sure Rusty was in here, but I don't see him. I got more down. I'm excited. I love the flowers on these elderberries. Okay, I'm gonna go get some twine. So the tallest lilies that I've ever seen close up. Milkweed. I mentioned in a video in the vegetable garden that I was moving milkweed around in the garden, pulling it out of the vegetable garden and moving it. So these are last year's. One did really well, one's kind of small. Kind of zoomed by here last video talking about turmeric and ashwagandha. You know, passed right over the flowers. I mean, it's a pretty spot. I'm really happy that the red coneflowers are still red and orange because they do sometimes revert back to purple. This one. And that, you know, wasn't what I was aiming for. I was aiming for, I love coneflowers. Let's put in some new colors and, you know, I think we're okay there. And of course, turmeric is looking kind of happy. And the passion flowers are blooming. I only have a really good bud. But I can pull these off because I'm going to put these in my chicken herb mix. And I can put them in my tea. See if we can find a better one because they're all over this area. Another one that bloomed yesterday. It's not coming off yet. Okay, so I think these are going to open later. They're not ready to come off, so they're not done yet. The flowers only last for one day, and then they'll come off easily when they're done. So it's looking like it's going to be a passion flower mess is what it looks like. I mean, I pulled a lot of them out. They spread by root. I mean, this is like so much into my blueberry plant that I really need to get it out. Off camera. I love passion flowers. So I really need not to complain about they're kind of taking over. They're not poisonous. And the orchard is in bloom. I've been doing cone flowers on this property for a long time, so they're always being moved and they reseed. I divide them, move them around. They come up where they're not supposed to. Look at that. Is that a Rebecca? This is where the chickens were last year. It was a bare spot. We're just letting it grow. Selective weeding. There's a lot of catmint in there. Put up a shade tarp on this side to keep the run cool. There's a duck. Ducks are in the greenhouse. I'm going to leave them alone. I don't want to scare them because I don't care if they're in there. Pump to the pond's making noise. I'm going to have to do something with it. Rick and a friend put this up, this shade tarp. It used to go over top of the old coop situation we had. Oh, comes Gilo, Puffy. Hi, Gilo. Yeah, he's a puffy dude. Showy. There's a little Roo. Hi, little Roo. He's a good rooster. Have Bella over there. So we have this door open. We can't use the other run door because it's got an air conditioner rigged in there. We're not using it now, but we are using it when it's extremely hot. Daff broke a wing. I'm not going to touch you, Daff. So she's got a sock on. That's my old knee brace that was, you know, it didn't fit. Actually, it was Rick's. That's why it didn't fit me. So we had to keep her wings down till her wing heals. Wasn't fun. Yeah, poor Daff is not happy about it. Right, Daff? She's getting so big. Or he. We don't know what it is. I'm hoping it's a he because all my ducks are females. There's Rusty. Hi, Rusty. Got the babies over here. They can get out, but you know, this is kind of the baby safe zone. Babies are getting big. So here's all my chickens. Guess they're done being outside. I don't know. It's cooler in here than it is outside. My spoiled chickens. We had a really windy day yesterday, and we've got elderberries down. They're falling. Gotta go find some more, something to tie them up. It's where the chickens like to hang out in the summertime when it's hot. It's nice and cool. And there's birdseed. There's birdseed down there. Yeah. Love the birdseed. Peppers are my pride and joy. And you know what? We're getting peppers early. I have enough peppers in the house I have to figure out what the heck I'm going to do with them. I don't always need peppers when the peppers are ready, so they have to be cut up and frozen usually. The last thing I do at the end of the season is I dry them. I cut them up and put them in the oven on the lowest setting, and I dry them out and make pepper flakes, which I use all winter long. So look at this. And I've already pulled a bunch. When I pulled a bunch, I didn't have the camera on me. Is that showing up? And I was kind of bummed about it because, you know, I was pulling a bunch of peppers off. These are chilies, sweet chilies. I got sweet chilies at the grocery store and started seeding them. So this is grown groceries section. This is greenhouse 1. This is climate controlled greenhouse. Passion flowers are growing up out of the floor, and at the time I was emptying the greenhouse and I didn't really mind. I was going to see what would happen. So in the fall when I don't know, I'm just, you know, one day at a time I'll see what happens. The tree, this is the mother tree, the hibiscus. It has air plants in it, so I don't want it outside because the chipmunks are climbing my trees and, you know, causing damage. We have an air plant blooming. I've been doing air plants off and on, but I've never had one that's blooming. This was our Florida trip. We found a nursery that specializes in air plants, but we couldn't see the whole nursery because they're still recovering from the flood a couple years back. Whatever hurricane that was. I wish them luck. I hope this year they can finish repairing all the damage of that hurricane. Yeah, it's not that far from my grandpa's property in Florida. I'll be able to go back to that nursery and do a better filming job. So anyway, I have houseplants out here. My living room window, it doesn't get a lot of sun because the sun's too high. And when it's really hot, I draw the curtains. So I got my plants in here. Later, the plants will go back in the house selectively. Some of them are looking really bad. I cut that all the way back. Purple heart, which I got from Florida. I mean, Florida plays a huge role in who I am as a person. I'm always getting seeds or, you know, buying things or, you know, propagating something I pinched while I was walking around. Passion flowers are a big part of my life. I don't buy any more passion flowers because I got enough going that I don't need to buy anymore. The ones that died aren't doing well with me, so I'm not going to keep buying stuff that doesn't like it here. So this passion flower, the Maypop, winter's here in Michigan in Garden Zone 5. Sunflowers are getting tall. I love sunflowers. The birds love sunflowers. Our birds are happy, so every year they reseed, but I have to move them around when they're young because they don't always come up where I want them to. Got some good viney action here. I've seen a squash on the fence. Looks like an acorn squash. Gonna have to redirect these so that they're not growing where I don't want them. So I just redirected onto the fence. Stuff you gotta keep an eye on when you're walking around, which I'm always walking around doing something. Keep it in check. These cross-pollinate, so when the seedlings come up, you don't really know what you're gonna get. This year I didn't seed any. It's gonna be pretty. It's really hard to get these things to show up on film. This is the other apartment that our kids had. It was taken as is twice, which means it needed a lot of work. And they had dogs and cats and, you know, a resale business and But anyway, we're done. Except for the windows in the front of the house need to be replaced. I don't know when the window guy's coming. Kind of a nice hallway that goes out. It goes down to the laundry room and it goes outside. I wanted to make a special note about this cabinet. It was faded and old and really did not look good, and we had talked about replacing cabinets when we first started fixing the apartment up. And Rick's idea was to stain it, and I agreed that that was definitely the way to go, because now look at it. You know, honest to God, that replacing the cabinets would have been a waste of money. The camera never picks up what the eye picks up with my camera. This looks really good. The cabinets were repainted. You know, knobbies are always important. These are the same knobbies. They were just cleaned. The hardware, same hardware, good hardware. They were just cleaned. It's been weighing on my heart to share that part, because I mean, so much of it is new and needed to be new, but so much of it is refinished and just really, really cleaned. Everything matches. Everything looks good. We really want to switch to hardwood, laminate, different flooring, but this is what we have. This was the budget. This was the old way of doing things. Our kids are high end, and you know, I am too. Let me just put it out there. Okay, I'm not cheap. I have a cheap budget. So anyway, it fit. It's perfect. The new flooring makes it look clean. And it's new. So shabby chic it is. I love it. Yeah, look at that. It won't focus. I do have that problem when I do apartments. I don't know why. Windows need to be replaced. And there was a power struggle going on with windows as to what we've replaced them with. And what my daughter wanted was these windows. These windows match. They're the same as when this building was a store. It used to be an old party store. So that's what we're going with. But that wasn't what we were going with, was to put the double hung windows in. And that didn't happen. This ended up being the choice. But anyway, that's the last thing. The window guy's not here yet. And then the apartment's done. New carpet, new appliances. You know, as much new things as the boys could do. The window that started the controversy. So anyway, Crystal wins. It's going to be what it is, but just new. So that's what the front windows will be. And you know, I wasn't like really invested in what to do with the windows other than, you know, it needed to be worked on. We've replaced most of the windows in this building. Like there's one on the far side. Yeah, the one in the corner. That's still an old window. That will have to be replaced at some point. I think this one looks like it's already been replaced. But we've been replacing windows in the building since we moved in 13, 14 years ago. But anyway, new carpet. New windows coming. This is apartment 1. That's my overflow area for my plants in the wintertime. It's an L. So, I mean, it's pretty long where I'm standing. And then it goes around. And it's already been rented. This apartment doesn't have to go online. And many times the apartments don't have to go online. There's, you know, somebody, hearsay, word of mouth. edible flowers. Smells really good around this bowl. These are for the herb chicken mix for winter enjoyment when there's